number 3 is upon us. Rise versus Orianna. I feel like we've gone back in time, fellas.
It's been a while, except now there's a new champion.
What the heck is this cat in a book?
Yeah.
Is that Morellonomicon, the champion?
It is. His name is Morello, the cat.
How's Charlie doing, by the way?
She's fine. Charlie's having fun. She's becoming more of a cat. She likes standing next to windows and looking at the birds now.
Oh, yes.
That's her new favorite activity.
Perfect cats. My cats do that all the time.
She's learning how to be a cat. You know, her instincts are kicking in finally now that she's growing up a little bit.
Perfect. Well, Khan going to go back home, catch a bit of health, and follow this minion wave towards the top lane. After that, little bit of biffo that him and 369 did just have. 369 a little bit luckier. It's going to just sit back and regen that health. And he should be back to full by the time Khan makes it to lane. However, bottom side of the map, Ezreal Yuumi. This is sort of the first iteration of the Yuumi lane when Yuumi was released. And we saw it not have too much success in the LCK, but I think as time's gone on, and as Yuumi has been, you know, nerfed and changed and things like that, Ezreal Yuumi has become better and better. As now Jackie Love and Yu Yanta are going to show us exactly what they're going to be capable of with this particular duo. Khan doing okay so far, as you can see. See whether he can pop that passive and stop 369 from having any fun.
Yeah, the Mordekaiser, it's pretty interesting for Khan. You know, we've been seeing that he's been performing really well on champions like, you know, Camille, Fiora, Kale,
carries.
Wukong, right, etc. These kind of carries that can win their lane pretty hard, but Mordekaiser isn't necessarily that one, as you were pointing out, but I feel like it's not so bad because of the double melee on the top side. You can pretty much handle any kind of ganks that happen after level 6. And then, of course, something we were talking about yesterday, handling a Yuumi in a team fight, where you can just, if she's ever at a position and not on top of someone with the you and I, or the you and me, right?
Yep, you and me.
Then you can just, you know, end her life, basically, right away. So it's not bad, but I wonder how it fits for Khan. You know, is he really going to be able to express himself as a hard carry in this game on a champion like that?
Has he become an LPL Mordekaiser as opposed to an LCK Mordekaiser? That is something that we're going to learn. And Renekton is not the easiest of opponents, especially in the laning phase in a straight-up 1v1. In the early game, Renekton is one of the best champions possible to be playing in that instance. As you can see, Khan falling a little bit further behind. I think it's a little bit of mechanical error as far as last hitting these creeps. As he does manage to get himself his passive available. And we'll start bopping onto 369. The wave picking up does have a little bit of added pressure. Casa now clearing out that Rift Scuttler. See where he heads. Of course, Renekton leads in. Pretty good ganking combo. And Doinby has lost all of his mana here in this mid lane. And Knight is also running on pretty close to empty as well. Is Doinby going to go back home, see whether he's got enough to complete his tier, and he will as he starts off with the Sapphire Crystal. There's the stun. There's 369. Going to be traded back with here by Khan. Gets a whole bunch of his health back. Nice use of his Iron Man.
No mana up here in the top lane. It's kind of interesting. Don't see that all the time. Both mid laners do TP back into the lane. It was pushing towards Knight, but because Doinby had TP, it's not like he can freeze or anything like that. So Doinby comes back, immediately pushes the wave, and will look to begin stacking that tier. Looks like these teams have slowed down a little bit. I feel like, you remember game 1, we had like 4 kills in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And then game 2, we had a couple of kills up in the top side after, you know, about 4 or 5 minutes. But this time around, slowing down a little bit.
But there's the hook and the play. Arcane Shift, pretty good though. So Jackie Love is going to be absolutely fine and has basically full health. And the Doinby not going to be so lucky. It's a great Rune Prison. And that's going to make sure that Doinby is going to be safe and use his Phase Rush to get himself away without using the flash. So nicely done, but Casa and Knight not going to invest any flashes or anything like that. It's just going to get it back out of Doinby. And actually a great lane state here for Knight as well, so he might be able to utilize this to get himself a good lead over Doinby. Tian going to pick up all of this farm, but the Rise probably would prefer it, as Tian unfortunately misses that CS, but gets the rest of them.
I was kind of curious as to why he felt he really needed to back. I mean, he still has his flash. I think, you know, he was low on health, obviously, but I think he could have just farmed under turret. But I suppose he just really wanted those boots and wanted to make sure that he would be safe in the future.
Yep. I think he had boots already, actually.
Oh, really?
I think he just went back and
Refillable.
got a control ward. Now he's moving down towards the bottom side. Pings on the tri-brush. You can see Casa in the area. Just gets a ward, though, onto the Mountain Drake. Chris is going to be taking a bit of damage here. Doinby throws down the control ward for his bottom lane and then walks all the way back to mid. That is called selflessness, guys. That's optimal mid laner play. If you want to make friends.
It's pretty fun stuff. We do see that the pushing advantage is going heavily to the side of the Aphelios, as to be expected. And you would think that with that priority in the bottom side, they would be able to take an early Drake, but in fact, it's top esports that just mosey on over and take this down.
Yeah, without contest as well, as Mountain Drake will be taken. 369 to get rid of this top lane Rift Scuttler as well, and Knight just going to move back and pick up this minion wave, or at least the experience for those melees before these cast creeps taken down. Nicely done. Look at that. Let's let the melees do a little bit of the extra work to lock down that last CS. 369 dives forward, and not going to be culling any make just yet onto Khan. And Doinby's going to be able to clear out waves and move very, very soon. We'll have enough points in his abilities to make sure that that one is going to be possible. And we'll see whether he's able to get enough pressure. Slice and dice in the combo there for 369. Khan's not too worried underneath this turret, as you can see.
Yeah, I like the cull purchase by 369. He identifies, okay, the Mordekaiser are not really going to be able to 1v1 me, even if I do go for this greedy pick, as I am the Renekton. And he, you know, he's having a good lane so far, so he's going to get even farther ahead of the Mordekaiser that went only defensive item first with the Bramble Vest. Yep, that will just help him in the trades. And so 369 just trying to gain as much of an advantage in the top side as possible, although this is one way to lock him down.
Yep, Death Realm onto 369. Dominance comes in. There's a great Death's Grasp. But Undertone misses. Flash forward from Doinby. Gets the snare with the Rune Prison. Good kickback there, though, so Doinby not going to be able to get the kill. And in the meantime, Knight is just taking all the crockery from this mid lane out of turret, and 369 is going to be absolutely safe. So top esports actually just winning out in almost everything. And it looks like FPX are forcing a little bit more than they maybe need to. What they have.
It's like, you know, one of their best pros and one of their best cons as well as a team is like they're so proactive and they look for these crazy plays that can sometimes net them big advantages in the games, but sometimes it ends up like that where it's like you do not have to force that to try to kill a Renekton who can, you know, slice and dice away, he can flash away, he's going to be able to get away from you. As Doinby was desperately trying to force it, but as you mentioned, it just opens up the map so much for top esports. They just easily go down the mid lane, takes 2 plates already tonight, and they're in position to take down the Rift Herald here very early on at about 9 minutes. And that's just an early game win already to the side of top esports, and they didn't really do anything. You know, they just sat back and defended and made less mistakes than FPX, so props to them. They were also able to pick up that early Mountain Drake, so they've gotten everything in this early game.
Yeah, it's once again that objective monopoly that they've picked up for themselves. Very, very nicely done, even denying Doinby that Rift Scuttler, which was very frustrating. He put in a lot of work trying to take that one down. To no avail. LWX now with his Severum Crescendum. Don't want to get too close to him, does Jackie Love, but he's just teleported back to the lane. And his Manamune already done, as he looks for some damage there onto LWX. It's okay, lands the Q. That's a lot of extra damage.
All right. He's got some nice range on that gun.
Not bad.
A little bit of a sniper, if he says so himself. And that ward, these LPL teams love that ward. The one in the Krugs. We've seen that pretty much every game, and it feels like it's always Thresh.
It's like there's actually 3 Krugs.
Yeah. it just provides so much information, you know, because the junglers always want to take that camp.
Oh my god, a lot of damage on the caster there. Reckless swing in the undertow. Jackie Love taking a lot of damage here as LWX has those idyllic weapons. Feeling real good about that one. Now Tian going to take a fair bit of damage there from Jackie Love, and Chris not able to protect him too much, but you can see FPX still with a lot of pushing advantage. And 20 CS lead actually bottom side somehow, just in the straight up 2v2. There's been a lot of pressure put down by LWX on his Aphelios. As, okay, Moonlight Vigil comes in. That's just a lot of poke. My god. Okay. Crescendo grabbing him, everyone, I guess. As Tian moves up, Knight says he's not too worried. And, okay. There's the kick flash, but Ragnarok is a thing.
Oh, the W actually landed on Knight. Karsa unleashed.
True shot barrage, and there it is. First blood coming through for Jackie Love. Nowhere to run whatsoever. Flash on cooldown, really nice. And they needed that on the bottom side. They were getting crushed in that lane as Khan moves on down. There's the Rune Prison on tonight, but he's got Phase Rush. Death Realm will keep him in place though as Crisp. He's here, he can't see Knight, but now Khan does have the Death's Grasp and just obliterates the Orianna. 0-1-1 now for Knight, and 1-0-0 for Khan. Ninja Tabi done as well, and he's got teleport to get back to this lane to hopefully deny a few of these extra plates, but 369 already with 2 of them in his pocket, and he's sticking around. No, not going to be able to get the rest of them. Now it looks like Khan is going to be building some real items as the Kindle Gem comes in. Looking for that Proto Belt as item number 1.
Yeah, FPX able to pick up the Cloud Drake as the follow-up there, but okay.
All right, hook onto the Yuumi. Oh no, she needs to you and me back, but the play says no. Like the cat was trying to get onto the dinner table, but no. Sometimes your owner doesn't want that, guys. As Knight dashes on in, finds Tian, and he's going to go down. The resonating strike enough to do that one. Another assist here for Knight. As the Super Soaker doing work as he completed that after he died. Now finally, Top Esports with some free time on this turret. Got to land those Mystic shots though if they want to harass LWX underneath this turret.
Yeah, it's pretty cool first item choice here by the Orianna. No Ludens here, he's just going straight into the GLP. Allows him some better pick potential. It's really good when you're with a Lee Sin as well. But here it's just Tian saying, you know, I'm probably going to be able to get away from here. It was kind of sad that the ball leashed back tonight, but this is why you bring Jackie Love onto your team. For plays like this, right? He's, you know, you're talking about how the team kind of changed a little bit. We haven't seen, you know, Jackie Love popping off too much here in the MSC so far, but that's a really nice way to get Top Esports ahead early on in this game and get him fed down there after a little bit of a rough lane up against good old Aphelios down in the bottom side. So they pick up the kill. They also landed the Rift Herald, but because of the Mordekaiser play, we didn't get to see the replay from that. He actually denied plates from Orianna. So I believe that the Lee Sin Karsa picked up all 320 gold.
Oh wow!
From the 2 plates. We didn't get to see the replay, so I didn't get to confirm it. But that's the way it looked, because Orianna was too far away and in the Death Realm, so just not able to be in range.
369 is really far ahead, Valdez. Really far ahead.
He's feeling pretty good about himself right now.
Khan does have that extra kill, so as far as money is concerned, he's going to be okay, but experience is a big problem. 369 has been 11 for a while. Khan's still level 10. And I think 369 might actually hit level 12 before Khan even makes it to 11. It's a little bit frightening. Knight here in the mid lane. 153 CS at 14.5 minutes. Ain't bad at all. The Doinby is well and truly keeping up with him. Karsa turning up. Has himself a little cat as well. And 369 now diving onto Khan. Death's Grasp not going to land, but the obliterates are pretty good here on the Renekton. Karsa looking for LWS, but doesn't see it.
I wonder if Knight would have picked something else if the Rise came out first instead of the Mordekaiser, because this is something you can expect in the LPL. They love playing for lane.
That hook was great.
Yeah, they also had the ward there to help spot it, and the second they look...
Last chapter comes in onto Chris. They do get the snare. Dissonance does a lot of damage, and Super Soaker will slow down the Thresh. Knight holding on to his Shockwave as well, and he might be able to use it on 3. Gets them all, or would have, but the Olaf was already dead. Doinby now with his Seraph Shield does absolutely nothing, and Top Esports, they're back into this series now. Jackie Love locks down the kill onto Khan. They will be able to follow this one up with a Shirley also. And FPX just fumble the team fight, but just greatly played from Top Esports. Knight especially, holding the Shockwave and making sure that he maximizes its impact. Really beautiful stuff. And LWX having to flash at the end.
Yeah, this is really what Top Esports composition is built to do. You can slow people down, you can do damage from a distance. This Orianna already with a couple of items. Yuumi is the one that gets started off, so good job by Yanja. And after that happens, you can see FPX, they're like, wait, I thought we were doing the Rift Heralds. Now we have to run. And then 369, this is something you were talking about, not about 369 and Renekton, but actually about the Lee Sin. But Renekton's another one that can be an excellent ball carrier. You just run straight in, head first, and you bunch up the enemies, and you get a nice, big, fat ultimate from the Orianna, who now is almost on her Spellbinder after that last fight. Yeah. And Top Esports just look more poised. They're playing the game better here in the early game, whereas FPX just keep getting caught out. Top is going to punish you every single time.
Well, Prowling Projectile searching for the Thresh. Going to do so as Doinby looking for 369. Finds him. Hook is going to land immediately. The teleport to follow up with the Dominus. And the Zoomies keep him alive. There's a hula hoop. Unfortunately for Knight, so follows up a fantastic Shockwave with a whiff. That's okay. Sometimes they have to be zoning versions of the ultimate. We'll have that one back available relatively soon. But the Infernal Drake spawning right now. Earth, Wind, and Fire has been upon us in 2 of our games so far. Yeah, and I couldn't be more happy.
Doesn't happen very often for that to happen 2 games here in this series, but
see who's going to get it, though, is now FPX are in position to try and steal. It's going to be a 50-50, but it resets. As 369 back over the wall, he won't have a dice. So an opportunity here for FPX, but nope. It is Ping Pong back again. Death's Grasp comes down. Khan not going to put Kasa in the Death Realm or go for any sort of steal because Tian just a little bit too low. Khan has to flash. And FPX end up just wasting their time around that dragon.
Yeah, the amount of poke that's added.
True Shot Barrage, Tian not going to fall for that one again.
Yeah, there's just so much action. I feel like I'm always like... Go ahead, Atlas. Go ahead. There's so much to talk about. There's only action in this game.
Maybe you should just start play-by-playing as well. We just both play-by-play.
Yeah. No analysis. Just, you know.
The Valdanalus is going to have to take a back seat. We'll both sit in this seat.
What's happening in the game? Only the action.
Yep.
But the GLP, I really like that item choice from Knight. I think it's really smart. It adds so much catch potential and poke. Yeah. You know, because it's not only about, you know, it does a little bit of damage, but it slows everybody down and allows your Q to land. It allows Lee Sin's Q to land, Ezreal's Q to land, Yuumi. It's like this, you know, this exponential growth that you get within the team just by adding one item that slows, you know, multiple members. Where if he went for Ludens, he would have a little bit of extra burst damage, but I feel like the GLP is the right item for his team comp. So really got to hand it to him for picking that up, especially when you've got a fed Lee Sin, where it's like, it allows him to get in range and have much better kill potential, right? Because a Lee Sin, if you land a Q and the guy's out of position without flash, you could probably just combo him to death.
Oh yeah, straight up. Just
by having one extra catch ability added to your team. So, big fan of that item purchase.
Yep, triple slows actually. Iceborne Gauntlet coming out of Jackie Love and the Prowling Projectile means that Top Esports should certainly be able to confirm catches very, very comfortably with how well they can slow down their opponents. Khan with the shield, just going to tank up this turret, and they do take that one down as FPX do at least get themselves a objective on this map. But Top, they're pushing into this inner turret, and FPX are out of position. LWX has those guns again, so you're going to have to be a little bit careful, Top Esports, but he doesn't quite have the items that he wants. As Kasa and Knight get to work on the inner turret in the top lane, and this will be their 4th of the game. Great hook that lands, but there's the final chapter. Arcane Shift from Jackie Love, True Shot Barrage flashed, and there is the Aphelios damage. That's a lot of it. As Doinby is in trouble, Seraph Shield comes in, and Cullen the Meek right there. No Realm Warps for you, my friend, and that is just the 1v1 overstay on Doimbe's behalf. Has a tendency to do this sometimes. Certainly not when you wanted it to happen. 8-3 the kill score, 5,000 gold the lead, and Baron has been started.
It's funny how great of a champion Renekton looks like when it's two LPL teams facing head-to-head, because there's people getting out of position over and over and over again. The Renekton's just lapping it up. He loves it, as at the same time they found the kill onto the Olaf somehow. We're going to have to take a look at that replay, and they're just going to take the Baron here.
Looks like it. LWX is going to get flashed on. A good exhaust comes through, but it's not going to be enough. This Crocodile is never tired. Is Khan looking to try and put someone in the death realm. He might be able to get Caster in there as Doimbe. He's turned up. Caster in trouble, but Khan taking so much damage. Caster is near the Baron, and the 1v1 is completed by the Lee Sin Baron. Not even able to finish him off as Doimbe. He has to run away, tail between his legs, and no one has died on top side.
Man. This Mordekaiser, he was almost able to carry that one, especially with Tian and Doimbe back. He had a potential to win that one if he took away Karsa, but it wasn't meant to be.
Jackie Love, True Shot Barrage, point blank. There's another hula hoop in celebration of Jackie Love, but that would have hit the Olaf if he was alive. But unfortunately, Jackie Love's just too strong right now, and that is the Baron. And top esports, man, they feel like they are so decisive when they get a lead. And also when the enemy mid laner is inting in the bottom lane.
Certainly helps. Nice blind hook here by Chris. Just saw him rounding the bends. Knew that he would want to come back. He flashes, and he allows LWX to pick up 450 gold for shutting down the Ezreal. But then, you know, Olaf comes in. Tana's like, hey, take me. By the way, Thresh died again.
Yeah,
he did. The pick potential of this composition is really showing itself here, as now top esports are 9,000 gold ahead at 22 minutes into this game. Somehow, just all of a sudden.
Yep, boom, 9,000 gold. And it's 9 seconds, and they will have a Infernal Drake to pick up. There is no control of this map whatsoever for FPX. It's 369, Dominus already. And Doimbe going to call for his team to teleport in. That's going to guarantee the Infernal Drake as Realm Warp to go underneath this turret. Remember, there's a death dance on this Renekton, as Doimbe's just going to die. They can't even 3v1 underneath the turret as Jackie Love teleports in to make sure that they can just kill Khan. But Death Realm is going to at least buy a little bit of time. Not enough, as the rest of top esports looking to just destroy everyone elsewhere on the map. And Caster says, I've got this one, guys, as he solos out the Infernal Drake. Guys, this game's over, like super mega over. Ginormous amounts of over.
Yeah, it's the most over game we've had in a while here. And I feel like 369 is kind of just flexing all over FPX. He didn't have the most flashy first couple of games, but I saw even the LPL casters, a couple of the other analysts on Twitter talking about how good of a player 369 is. And he's beginning to show it here finally in game number 3 on this Renekton. It's a new feel for me as an LCK commentator, because we've seen so many Renektons fail in the LCK, but that is not the case for 369. He dominates the lane, and he turns it into so much more, as every single time anyone steps out of line, any mistake is made, he will shut you down, even like this.
Yeah, and just walks at Doimbe. I mean, there's no reason why Doimbe should be pushed up this far, but I guess Tian was there, but why go for this dive? Like, in any universe, is this ever a good idea?
So tanky.
Like, yeah, I don't know, man. There are choices, and there are choices, and that's not a choice I'd want to make.
True.
Personally, but sometimes you've
Whatever
gotta...
you said, yes.
Well, Jackie Love has been found by Khan. He does have the Death Realm, but he has to take the land to get himself to relative safety. True Shot Barrage says no to him, as he does get back a bit of his health, but he's still relegated to the fountain for now to charge it all back up again. Experience, 369 and Knight, the only two at level 16. And the next highest is level 14. So you can tell, they're pretty good. Yeah. Caster's dead. Oh,
Solo
he's going to go
difference.
golden for a moment.
He's
But then he's
there,
dead.
man.
Good kickback. They
that.
are going to trade it. Oh my god, Caster survives! Is taken down in the end by Khan, but that is a 1-for-1 that I wasn't expecting to happen. Crisp taking a lot of damage here. 369 finally turns up as Death's Grasp just going to be used on the minions, and despite losing their jungler, Top Esports are still going to be able to break open the base in top and mid. And their wallets are heavy, I tell you that much. 12 stacks onto the Magi's here for Knight. And our 2 inhibitors are going to be taken down. But good at the column. The cards are there. That kickback was just so sexy.
I like his mindset. You know, he's like, I'm dead, but I'm going to take one with me.
Final chapter, Seraph Shield going through immediately with Noemi going to survive, taking the land. But now Knight by himself. And take an extra turret shot there for the Death Rush. Can't land everything. And the Shockwave says no. And Moonlight Ninja comes down. So Knight is going to die. LWX taking a lot. Jackie Love looking for the kill on the FPL spot. He's going to get behind the Ninja Wave and the rest of his teammates. And maybe Top Esports will back away, try and spend some of this cash money for the Infernal Break. So last nails in the coffin. Going for Top Esports.
So annoying for the side of FPX. Everybody on their side wants to just hard engage. But take a look at Crosshair. In this position, he's like, I'm going to die, it doesn't matter. Let me catch someone. LWX is right in front of him. He's like, that was the target. And the mechanics are insane. He didn't die either, which just adds nuts, man, to the craziness because he forces Khan to flash to pick up the kill, which is just not what you want at that point in time. You want him to have flash available for getting on top of Yumi or Oriana later.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
remember as well, like Carter's 2015 World Championship semifinals. Like, he's been playing this game for so damn long.
He's been around.
He certainly has. I think
A
he's
little bit of a lull boomer, if we could say
no,
so.
straight up. But like
Yeah.
that was probably one of the you couldn't have executed that play any better on the Lee Sin. So just showing. There's a shout out to the Boomers guys.
Oh, yeah.
You can be old, but you
Otherwise
can
known as
still
veterans. But
veterans.
I like
Yeah,
calling
yeah.
them boomers instead.
Just come back, Score. We need you. Great shockwave onto Tien, but he's not going to be doing this time. Doinby, Realm warps in, says, 1.5 versus 5. No, I don't think I want it. Teleport to come through. Good hook there to deny 369, but it wasn't the target that he wanted. Maybe if that was Jackie Love, then maybe he would have gone in, but yeah, no, the Renekton's a bit scary. Also rocking the SKT skin as Doinby takes too much damage there. Lantern's going to get him to relative safety. LWX with some scary guns, but no scary items. As Jackie Love just moving on forward. Not landing the Mystic shots just yet, but they're at least able to take down this turret very, very low. There are super minions on the Nexus. So Top Esports easily break open the bottom side as well. All inhibitor turrets are dead. This inhibitor probably will follow suit. As LWX tagging people up there with his Caliber. And now the Infernal Soul just going to be locked in for free. I believe Moonlight Vigil just went wide. And FPX probably going to spend some time on the fountain here as Casa, he'll do this on by himself. First time I've seen a Dragon Soul just be soloed out by the jungler.
Yeah.
But that's just how far ahead Top Esports are right now.
Yeah, it kind of shows you the state of the game, right? It's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's not supposed to happen. And they're just going to go ahead, roll this Infernal Soul into a Baron.
Jackie Love's done some damage, by the way, guys.
Yeah. You know, just a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, after picking up that first kill, he's like, yeah, now I got to really show off. Especially because he's got a Yumi, which is just one of these champions that it's great at highlighting and enhancing a fed carry, such as Ezreal. And he's done exactly that.
Knight a little bit sad after that death because lost all of his Magi stacks, so not going to be boosting it around the map as much as he otherwise was. Spooky Ghosts, very spooky, especially when they represent Top Esports. 12,000 gold, almost 13 going to be the lead here as Top decide that now is the time for them to win the game. About 30 minutes is about as long as they want to spend in this one. Now Khan.
Pretty simple from here.
Oh, God. Okay, there's the attack dissonance. Shockwave onto 2 members, Crisp and Tian, but they're going to go back to the fountain, should be able to get their health. But is the Nexus turrets going to last long enough? This should be the last-ditch effort,
Really?
fighters. Oh my God, Tian just destroyed the last chapter, was what took him down. A double kill for the Yumi? Of all champions, as Knight is going to grab the third onto LWX. Only Doinby and Crisp are going to be alive, and then Nexus is going to be but 50 gold lining the pockets of Top Esports. 369 with the SKT skin.